days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, you give me something to believe in, just what I needed. You're the closest.
The fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Yeah, welcome back. We are here, and I was thinking about you, Rita Brent, when I played that, because I imagine that Bishop Bullwinkle might have been inspirational at some point in your life, because that was a classic. When we first started in 2014 on these airwaves, we played Bishop Bullwinkle a lot, and he made transition in 2019, and we retired the song. But I feel like we need to bring it back as an anthem.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Yes, for what we're not going to do. Roderick Morrow is here as well. Yeah, the black job. So immigrants, I just want to get this straight, Trump. Immigrants coming in, millions and millions. How many millions did he say, Smith? Play it again, just one more time, because I want to get the facts down straight.
The fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Okay. A lot of focus on these black jobs and a lot of fun being had about the black jobs. I'm not focused on the black jobs. I'm like the 18 to 20, 19, 20 million people that are coming into this country. The facts, I just want to know, federal immigration, here are the actual facts. Because when someone says the fact is, sometimes you got to question that.
Right.
Usually when somebody say the fact is, with that kind of force, you're like, you're lying. Here are the actual facts. Federal immigration, and they don't back it up with stats. Federal Immigration and Border Security spent in 2023 more money than ever on immigration, right? So Trump will say, we did it, we cleaned it up, we spent more. No, under Biden, more money was spent for 2 consecutive years, which led to a decline in immigration because of the amount of money spent on keeping people out of the country. The number of immigrants turned away or apprehended at U.S. borders, and this is 2023, fiscal year 2023, reached 3.2 million, not 18, 19, 20 million, 3.2 million. And that's 3.2 million people turned away from the border, turned away. The most since 1980. Under Biden, more people were turned away at the border. So one could argue, well, more people are coming in. Trump said it was 18, 19, 20 million. Nope. That's not the number at all. As a matter of fact, the number I think is hovering around 9 million. But that 3.2 million were turned away, and they called Obama the deporter in chief because he had deported more than the 3 previous presidents combined, President Obama. So it seems like the Democrats be the ones paying attention to deporting people as folk build a wall with razor wire that people could just walk right through. Apparently everybody's like Juggernaut. But also immigration officials removed nearly 109,000 people from the United States. So 3.2 million turned away, another 100,000 removed from the country. And this is the fewest removals except for 2021. So that I'm just giving you all of the stats. ICE, 142,000 removals. This is 2023. They were expelled to more than 170 countries worldwide, across the board. There's been a lot of money spent by the Biden administration removing people from this country, and a lot of money spent on keeping people out of this country. And that, I felt bad that Biden couldn't get them numbers off. Mm-hmm. But for Trump to say that these 18, 19, 20 million people coming in and taking black jobs, and that's the black agenda that he's focusing on. Lamont had a good question, top 5 black jobs. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I want to focus on it because it's such a nonsense thing. Mm-hmm. But y'all, what y'all think about it? Rita?
NBA player.
Okay. Somebody did poke.
Lunch.
They poked Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They taking them.
Wembanyama. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like a lot of NBA jobs being taken by these immigrants. He's right. Yo, that's point on. Roger,
Karen, I had a question.
Sure.
On that topic of migrants, why don't we talk about intra-national crime, INTRA, meaning murders and rapes? I watch a lot of Dateline, and I listen to a lot of Dateline. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with suspense and all of that. And all these murders and all this crime is not happening. It's from people within the country. So I'm trying to figure out why is that a point not being brought up, or does it even matter?
You know what else is interesting is that crime statistically has gone down. Like it declines, but it just does not matter to the truth does not matter. So if I just imagine the freedom of going into a debate, not beholden to the facts or the truth. It must be fun to just be able to just say something and then not lose any standing. Like coming out of that debate, you get a salty 2 minutes from CNN being like, well, this is the fact check. 2 hours later. Like that's the consequence of going on national TV and lying to America while running for the job of president is and then the next day one of their corporate CEO type people gets an attitude like the candidate should be fact checking them. I'm like, what do you do? Then just set up a camera. Just set up a camera and leave the room if you're not gonna do nothing. So it's been wild listening to just lie after lie after lie because it's obvious that black job thing's not true. The immigration numbers don't have to be true. Apparently, the crime numbers don't have to be true. What the hell has to be true for this man to get on that stage?
Lord, there's a TikToker, but can we sit for a second with how effective this immigration thing has become? Because Reagan used it, Bush used it. Trump his introduction to this campaign was coming down that escalator at Trump talking about the Mexicans raping and coming in there and killing and taking your jobs. It must be there must be some inside feeling that people have across races. Because if you talk to black men that live in Arizona and California, they're going to say, yep, it's true, which so anecdotal stories, we all have them, right? I have somebody that works with public assistance or whatever, and they come in. These people come in and they have set-asides. The government has set-asides for them, but not for us. And that story is spreading out in our community. How come they get housing and food stamps? And because we need an economy, and y'all ain't picking apples.
Right.
Y'all not picking apples.
Yeah, it's interesting too with the whole immigrant thing because I feel like America as an institution was basically a heist, right? It's some people got here, looked around, was like, "This is a little bit better than we thought." Actually, we gonna keep it. These are colonies now, and ever since then, I feel like the spirit of so much American policy, the politicians, everything, it's just like they gonna come get it back. We stole it. Somebody's always coming to steal it back from us because it's not ours. I know you don't watch House of the Dragon like that, but it's like when they be in them rooms talking to each other and they realize they look around. Wait, we all stole the throne together.
Right.
I can't trust y'all. Y'all just as ambitious and power hungry as I am. And I feel like that's what a lot of this devolves into. Because why else would we hate a nation that on our own PR? What do we tell people? It's about the huddled masses. You could come here. You could be somebody. It don't matter who you were somewhere else. You get off of Ellis Allen. You build that American dream and you earn it. And you can. And now look at you. And then we be like, oh, no, not you. That was for me and mine's. You different. Stay the hell out of here.
It's crazy. There's a TikToker that was so profound that I had to pull it. Smiz, the TikToker, we don't know who he is. That's one of the problems with TikTok. But where he talked about poor people who believe immigration is the root cause. Can you play that, Smiz, real quickly?
What is something that you can't get your head around?
Poor people who believe that immigration is the root cause of their poverty. Like, how did rich people, the people with all the money, convince you that the reason you don't have any of the money is because of some other poor people who also don't have any of the money? You don't think that maybe the people with all the money is the reason you don't have any of the money? And I understand you're frustrated because, well, those other poor people are willing to work for less money, but who who is it that pays those other poor people less money? It's the people with all the money, right? Now, those people, the people with all the money, they've actually more than doubled their net worth in the past 4 years or so during a cost of living crisis. The other poor people, they're still poor people. They're not benefiting all that much from how things are currently going. So it should occur to all of us that if these people would stop maliciously profit gouging and instead pay their employees a proper amount of money, well, then there'd be more people in the economy with purchasing power, so there'd be more money circulating in the economy, and then it would be a lot easier for you to think of new and interesting ways to make yourself some more money. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. I think the problem is that poor people think they want to be rich. So they're putting themselves in the millionaire mind. So when, Trump gives those tax cuts to the rich, which is who got the breaks really, right. They think it's them eventually. They're going to aspire to
one lottery ticket away, Karen.
Yes.
This guy hit a lick. I hit the numbers one time. I'm gonna be different. There's gonna be some changes around here. You're gonna see me pull up in mine. You're gonna know what's up.
Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, he just announced another $5.3 billion he's given to charity. He's not leaving his money to his children because he believes they need to work for it. He just donated the rest of his fortune. He has decided after his death, $128 billion. It's probably gonna be more than that, to the Melinda Gates Foundation. But he said this about the rich, Warren Buffett. The last clip.
Who's winning in this economy right now?
The rich. Guys like me. We have gone from having 93 billion, top 400 in 1982 to having 2.4 trillion, 25 for 1. It becomes a more and more specialized market economy. It was an agrarian economy a couple hundred years ago. Very hard, to get 20 times the wealth of the next guy because you were a little bit better farmer. But if you're better at some skills now, you can become incredibly wealthy at a very young age, not because you earned the money to build one steel mill and then saved it to buy another steel mill. So you get the capitalized value of an idea. And so the wealth moves big time, even on an anticipatory basis.
And let me correct myself. He announced $5.3 billion to charitable gifts. He has been giving money to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He plans to cut it off, including $128 billion that he had put into his will, primarily because some things have come out about Bill Gates. And this is a man with integrity. He's like, I should be taxed more. My secretary pays more taxes, than I do percentage wise. He is always telling the truth about this thing because he understands that these folks shouldn't get richer and richer and richer and richer, including him. The imbalance is unnecessary, but to use this as a political wedge to make people feel like their problem are the folk coming here, trudging across terrain that none of us could even imagine in flip-flops, bare feet, sneakers, thousands of miles, cross barbed wire to get to this country because we did something to their country, probably, right? That made it untenable for them to live. And then they come here and most of them are not just, hey, I got the best job. Their CEO's smoking a cigar somewhere. They're doing the worst jobs that none of us want to do. But now some billionaires telling you that's the problem.
My days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, right at you. You give me something to believe in, just what I need.